We're taking a look at one of the most insane gaming monitors that I've ever had on my desk, the INNOCN GA27M1Q. This is a 27-inch QD OLED gaming monitor pushing an absolutely wild 500Hz refresh rate at 1440p. Yes, you heard that right. 500 Hz. This monitor is clearly built for extreme competitive gamers, esports players, and anyone chasing the lowest motion blur and fastest response times possible, but is also rocking QD OLED, which means you're getting perfect blacks, insane contrast, and top tier color at the same time. The specs on this are crazy, but what might also catch your attention is this awesome white color, which looks premium and unique. With a retail price of just under $800, I want to know if this gaming monitor is worth getting. Huge thanks to INNOCN for sending this out to me so I can show you guys this super fast OLED monitor. First thing we're covering is what's in the box.
All right, inside the box, we're gonna have our base, which is in this nice white color. All right, next we have the arm portion of the stand. Next up is our color calibration factory report, which they have it reported for sRGB, DCI-P3, and even Adobe RGB, which I love to see. You get a quick installation guide, followed by a US plug, an HDMI cable, and a DisplayPort cable. I absolutely love the fact that they're giving us all white cables, which is really nice. And finally, our power brick, also in a white color. So they definitely are color matching everything. So that's definitely a premium touch. So I really appreciate that. All right, finally, for the monitor, we have it nice and secured. I'm gonna peek to see if there's any screen protector here. Yes, it does. It does have a screen protector on the front of the screen. And this is something that's very important because you don't want to have any type of accidental scratches whenever you're unloading this monitor. So you definitely want to peel this off towards the end. But I gotta say, the back design of this looks so good. I absolutely love the fact that they went with an all white color. So let's go ahead and set this up. All right, guys, we have two ways of setting this up. This does come with VESA mount 100 by 100. So if you want to mount this on a monitor arm, you definitely can with no other accessories needed besides your monitor arm, or you can simply just use the included stand. So all you have to do is angle this in and click it in. All right, the next thing here is screwing the base in. Now, what's very interesting is that normally the screw is integrated on the base, but on this monitor, the screw is actually on the stand itself. So we are gonna have to unscrew this. So it is a wingtip, so just lift this wingtip portion up, and then you can unscrew it with your hands. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it is tight, I'm not gonna lie. You might have to use a flathead if you're having issues. And then we grab the base, we're gonna flip it over here, so that you see in the rubber feet. And then you're gonna line it up. And thankfully there's a holder here so you can kind of like let it go and then just screw that in with the same screw we just removed. All right, and we got that nice and tight, and now we're ready to lift this up. All right, guys, before I show you the front, let's go ahead and take a look at the back of this monitor. And I gotta say, I absolutely love how clean it looks. The white exterior definitely makes this look really premium. Now I have a PS5 Pro on the side here, so that way you have a good idea of how white this actually looks. It is brighter than the matte portion of the PS5 Pro. So in an all white setup, this will definitely blend in very nicely. Or even if you have an all black desk, this will definitely stand out. Now there's no RGB on the back, which I personally don't mind at all. You could always add a third-party RGB strip if you really wanted it. The only thing that I would critique on the back would be that this stand has no cable management clip. I would have loved to see some type of clip here so you can easily route the cables to the back to make it cleaner, but I'll see how that looks once I plug in all of my cables. Now let's go ahead and proceed with all of the buttons and ports. Starting with the buttons that we get here, we're gonna have a 4-directional joystick here that also clicks as well. I like the texture of this joystick as well. We also have a dedicated power button. Then going to the actual ports here, starting off with the left side, we have 2 USB-A ports and a USB upstream port, followed by 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, which I love to see, and 2 display ports. Now what's missing here is a USB-C display port, which I think would have been a nice addition. So this monitor is not going to be laptop friendly, unfortunately, but you do get an extra display port, which is nice. The final thing you get on the right side is going to be a 3.5mm audio jack, followed by our DC power input. But overall, the back of this looks fire. All right, guys, and finally the front. Let's go ahead and take off this plastic here. Ooh, not gonna lie, I almost thought I dropped the monitor, but here we are. We have that beautiful QD OLED, which has that semi-gloss coating. Now, one thing I really love about the front of this monitor is because we have a whole white exterior. The bezels are white, which is definitely unique. I also love the fact that all three sides, the bezels are also relatively slim, as you can see here. And then the bottom is also thin. And we have an INNOCN logo right on the middle. And one standout feature that I really like about this monitor is going to be the stand or the base. I personally love the flat bottom bases because even though they take up desk space, because they're flats, you still have all of this extra space and it doesn't feel like it's robbing your desk space. So I absolutely love the flat bottom desk. All right, and as for the stand features, we have height adjustments. We also have swivel. We also have a nice tilt. Definitely has a really nice high tilt. And we can also pivot a full in case you ever want to do like a nice little vertical setup. And you can also pivot it on the other side as well. So both sides will support pivot. So I really like the fact that you can pivot both sides. All right, guys, I now have the INNOCN monitor completely fired up, and I want to show you guys exactly how to set this up. I want to make sure you take full advantage of the full 500 hertz, and also show you guys exactly how to enable G-Sync on an NVIDIA graphics card or AMD FreeSync. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is gonna swivel the screen towards you, so that way it's easier for you to see. All right, so when you first fire this monitor up, it will ask you what language you want to use. Of course, choose your preferred language. You could always bring up the menu again with the directional button on the back. So I'm gonna click on that real quick and click on it again so we can enter the menu. And the first thing I want to point out is going to be the brightness settings. So under picture settings, brightness, it is by default set to 60. So we can go ahead and select to the right and increase that all the way up to whatever you want to do it under. I personally like to do 90 to 95 just to increase the brightness there. So the first thing we're gonna notice here is that this reads out to just 60 hertz. And that's the first thing we're going to definitely set up. So on Windows, you wanna right click and go to display settings. And once you're in the display setting, you wanna scroll all the way down to where it says advanced display. You could also jump into the NVIDIA control panel as well. But just under advanced display, we're gonna see the choose a refresh rate. And right now it's locked in at 60 hertz, and we definitely want to change that. So we're going to click on this and we're going to go all the way up to 500 hertz. So we're going to click on that. Since of course, that's the whole reason why you want to buy this monitor in the first place. We want to make sure we're experiencing 500 hertz. So right off the bat, I'm noticing a dramatic difference in how the UI moves, which is insane. 500 hertz is definitely no joke. Now, the next thing you're gonna notice here is that it's gonna say variable refresh rate not supported, even though we have G-Sync. So in order to enable that, you wanna jump into your GPU's control panel. In this case, NVIDIA uses the NVIDIA control panel. You can simply right click, show more options, and you'll see the NVIDIA control panel right over there. All right, and so once we're in an NVIDIA control panel, on the left side, you'll notice display. You'll notice that there is no option for setup G-Sync. And that is because currently this monitor does not have the adaptive sync turned on by default. So in order for us to see the setup G-Sync, we have to open up the menu again, enter the menu, and you're gonna go where it says game settings. And under game settings, you're gonna have the option adaptive sync right over here. You want to select that. You want to switch it to on. Then click on the middle button again to select. It's going to black out and it'll eventually kick on. Adaptive sync turn on our monitor. And now you'll see the setup G-Sync. So once I click on setup G-Sync, and then in order to ensure that G-Sync is active, you want to make sure you select the third option. When you click on that, you can then hit apply on the bottom right. Now, once I hit apply, now G-Sync is now active. Even though it says selected display is not validated as G-Sync compatible is just a certification. So this monitor happens to not have that certification. And to confirm, you can jump back to display settings. And now you'll see the variable refresh rate now say supported and is between 49 all the way up to the 500 hertz. This ensures smooth tear-free gaming. So now that we have the 500 hertz and the G-Sync enabled, now ready to fully enjoy this monitor.
So what's it like gaming on the INNOCN GA27M1Q? Well, to sum it up, it is amazing. I'm currently using my gaming PC with a Ryzen 9950X3D and an RTX 5080, which is a powerful combo. Now, if you're trying to aim for 500 FPS, you're most likely going to have to enable multi-frame generation on top of upscaling if you have a GPU that supports it, like the 50 series NVIDIA GPUs. Starting off with Battlefield 6 with DLSS set to ultra performance and frame gen to 4x, I was hitting about 500 frames per second, which was perfect to test out the max refresh rate. Now, if you're someone who currently has an OLED monitor, will you notice a jump from 240 hertz or even 360 hertz to 500 hertz? Most casual players probably won't, But for competitive and esports level gaming, the reduction in motion persistence and input latency is real. It's very subtle, but once you feel it, it's hard to go back. Now, you're most definitely going to notice the increased brightness thanks to the latest generation QD-OLED panel, so you're not sacrificing image quality for speed. You still get perfect blacks, insane contrast, and rich colors while pushing extreme frame rates. If you happen to still be rocking an IPS or VA monitor though, well, you've probably heard this many times, but it is an insane upgrade that will blow you away. This monitor also has built-in speakers, which I'll set the audio to normal so you can listen. There's nothing groundbreaking about these speakers, but it's still really convenient to have just in case. Now on consoles, it gets a little tricky recommending since current gen consoles max out at just 120Hz with no performance boost for choosing 1440p over 4K. But thankfully, you can still enjoy smooth gaming with VRR thanks to HDMI 2.1, which I'll show you how to enable. Alright, for setting up your console like the PS5, you are going to have to go to settings and screen and video, hit test 1440p output, which tests all of these frequencies. Once you do that, it will automatically then switch to the 1440p mode. So that's definitely the mode that you want to go if you're using a modern console. Now, keep in mind the VRR support is supported with HDMI 2.1, which is great, but also keep in mind that this will only be active as long as you have adaptive sync turned on. Now, gaming with the PS5 on this monitor still looks amazing, and while I wouldn't recommend this monitor solely for console gamers, if you're still looking for a 27-inch OLED monitor for fast-paced gamings, then you're still going to have a great experience. So wrapping things up with the INNOCN GA27M1Q, this is one of those monitors that really feels like a glimpse into the future of competitive gaming. First off, the white colorway looks clean and actually stands out in a sea of black gaming monitors. It gives your setup a more premium modern look, especially if you're building an all-white setup. 500Hz sounds crazy, but it's honestly more reasonable now than it sounds. If you have a current gen GPU, you can expect to hit really high frames if you enable multi-frame generation. If you have an older GPU, it'll probably be tough to come close, but at least you're future-proofing whenever you decide to upgrade to a next generation GPU. One thing I do think is a miss is the lack of USB-C with display and power delivery. For laptop users, that single cable setup is huge, and not having it here definitely limits versatility. That said, the display quality is excellent. The QD-OLED panel delivers gorgeous colors, perfect blacks, insane contrast, and when you pair that with the ultra low response time and 500Hz refresh rate, the smoothness is on another level. And at around $800, this is where it gets really interesting. For a 27-inch 1440p QD-OLED pushing 500Hz, that price actually represents strong value compared to when OLED monitors first came out. There's also a strong possibility that you might find this monitor on sale, which makes it an insane deal. Overall, if you're a competitive gamer who wants the fastest motion clarity possible, but you also care about image quality, contrast, and colors, this monitor hits a very unique sweet spot. It's fast, it looks incredible, and for what it offers at this price point, the value is honestly impressive. If you're interested in getting the INNOCN GA27M1Q or the many tech that you've seen in this video, I'll have a few links down below, which also helps and support the Firewolf Tech channel. Hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Firewolf out.